Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Reactee, and today I am watching eight ghost videos accidentally caught on camera. Scary. From MINDJUNKIE for Fright Night Friday. So let's go.
The first creepy clip in this week's video was shared by a YouTube channel called Him Adventure. The channel mainly publishes haunted footage caught by CCTV cameras across Indonesia and recently uploaded the following clip that has left viewers deeply unsettled. The footage comes from a remote farm where the owner had installed a night vision camera to monitor their livestock after noticing that animals had been acting strangely at night. The cows would refuse to enter certain areas of the paddock. They'd become agitated for no apparent reason, and some mornings the farmer would find them huddled together in the far corner as if something had terrified them. Concerned about potential predators, the farmer set up the camera to see what was disturbing the herd. The night vision footage shows several cows grazing peacefully in their paddock. Then, without warning,
Now that to me looked like some sort of lens flare, light flare, like there was a light somewhere just off to the side and it was showing up there. That was weird. I mean, it's squarish, rectangular almost.
a figure appears in the frame the moment it materializes.
Oh, I guess that could be a head, but I mean, that's mostly the shadows of the trees in the back. I don't really notice much of a difference. And you can see through it because you can see the branch behind, the leaf behind it, I guess. Frond. But yeah, that's weird. That's a weird one.
Realizes every single cow reacts. They immediately stop grazing and run frantically to the opposite side of the paddock. Then it vanishes. When the clip was uploaded to YouTube, many viewers commented that the figure resembles a kuntilanak. Some believe these spirits are drawn to isolated rural areas where they can manifest more easily without human interference. The farmer says that animals have continued to act strangely at night, and several neighbors have reported seeing a woman in white wandering near the property. Creepy. A paranormal investigation team called 13th Floor Haunted Media Productions recently uploaded footage from one of their investigations. In the video, they investigate the Broadwell Funeral Home in Felicity, Ohio. The funeral's homeowner, Mike, claims to have been experiencing disturbing activity for months before reaching out to the team. He reported hearing disembodied voices echoing through empty rooms, seeing shadowy figures moving in his peripheral vision, and feeling an overwhelming presence watching him while he worked. The building has a long history, and locals have long suspected it's genuinely haunted. The 13th floor team arrived with full equipment, setting up cameras in every room, determined to document whatever was causing Mike's experiences. At 11:57 p.m., 4 team members were spread out throughout the building, 2 investigating the basement and 2 exploring the upstairs. The main floor, where Mike had reported the most activity, was empty, monitored by only static cameras. That's when something appeared.
This footage comes from the security cameras that were set up. As you can see, a shadow flies by quickly from left to right and disappears. There were 4 of us in the building at the time, 2 in the basement, 2 upstairs. This footage is from the main floor where nobody was present at 11:57 p.m. It is the clear outline or shadow of someone. But the main question is who? Here is a freeze frame.
It also moved incredibly fast. It was only there for a split second, really, but that's crazy. Everyone's on a different floor, and a static camera picks up a shadow figure moving. That's insane.
Clearly, it is the outline of a person.
The night vision footage shows an empty hallway, then a dark shadow suddenly zips across from left to right at incredible speed. It moves so fast it's almost missed. But when the team reviews the footage and zooms in, the shadow becomes clearer. They and their viewers say that this is not just a random shadow. It looks way too human and it's moving at unnatural speed. The investigation team emphasizes that all 4 members were accounted for at that exact moment. No one was on the main floor where this was captured. Given the location's history as a funeral home, the team believes that this could be a former client, someone who passed away in the building, or...
I like the fact that they had everyone tracked at that time. Makes it harder for people to say, oh, it's fake, because somebody was around. I mean, there could be other production crew around, but if only 4, they say only 4 of them were in the building, and that shadow was moving way faster, and they would have heard footsteps if there was another person in the house. So that one's hard to explain. That one's really hard to explain.
Was prepared for burial there. Funeral homes are known to be paranormal hotspots, places where the boundary between life and what comes after feels thinner. Whatever the 13th floor team captured that night, the owner thinks it proves that he wasn't imagining things. He is convinced that something is haunting the Broadwell funeral home, and it moves faster than anything living. Social media user Yana Michaela in the Philippines. Rainstorms and typhoons are common, especially during certain seasons. On nights like these, Yana's large family traditionally gathers together for a meal inside, finding comfort in each other's company while the storm rages outside. During Typhoon Yuan, Yana decided to set up her phone to record a time lapse, wanting to capture the organised chaos of her entire family eating together. Halfway through dinner, the power suddenly cuts out for about 30 seconds. The entire home is plunged into complete darkness. When the lights flicker back on, everyone resumes eating. No one thinks anything of it. Power outages during storms are expected. But when Yana checked the time-lapse footage later that night...
Before I see this, there's going to be an extra person or something that they didn't notice there or something. I bet you. I bet you that's what it is. That's going to be weird.
Something creepy catches her attention. During those seconds of darkness, at the back of the room, something dark appears. When the lights come on, whatever it was has gone, and the family continues their meal completely.
I thought they were pointing at this. It looks like a bag, but it could be a cabbage or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell from a time lapse, but I thought they were pointing at this, saying it was a face or something. I'm like, that doesn't look right. And then when the lights came back on, it was still there. I did not notice the figure blocking the other one. Although pretty much the whole time, even when the lights were off, there was somebody back here. There was a guy in a tank top there just before the power went off. I didn't notice where he went after that, but anyway, it is a little odd. I kind of figured that's what it was going to be. There was going to be a figure that no one else saw.
Unaware. At first, Yana thought it might just be a camera glitch, motion blur caused by filming during the blackout, but the next morning, her uncle mentioned something that changed her perspective. He said he had a terrible nightmare that night about a ghostly girl who grabbed him and wouldn't let go, holding on to him while he tried to escape. When Yana heard this, she couldn't shake the feeling that what she captured in the time-lapse was that same entity. Many viewers believe the shadow figure and the uncle's nightmare are connected.
As adults, when we don't perceive certain things, they do come to us in dreams. But yeah, ghost girl grabbing you and latching on, and then this video being her proof that there's something there. It's a lot like last week's, where there's a lot of coincidences. But yeah, that's a little weird. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
That something took advantage of the darkness to move through the house. Others think it's simply a visual artifact from the time-lapse compression combined with the power outage. But Yana is now convinced that during those seconds of darkness, when her family sat blind in the storm, something else was in the room with them. And whatever it was, her uncle felt his presence in his sleep that same night. This next clip was shared by an anonymous TikTok user who works the night shift at a convenience store somewhere in South America. Working alone during the graveyard shift is already isolating, but this particular store has a reputation among employees. Previous workers have reported feeling watched, hearing footsteps in empty aisles, and seeing things move when no one else is around. But the uploader had never experienced anything unusual until this night. He's standing behind the counter, focused on cleaning. Then the automatic doors slide open. At first, he doesn't look up, assuming it's just a late night customer coming in. After several seconds, he finally glances toward the entrance, but there's no one there. Confused, he figures it must have just been a sensor malfunction or something triggering the doors by mistake. But
which could both be possibilities. Those devices, if left unmaintained for long periods of time, can start to glitch and open on their own. Sometimes a bird or bat or something will fly by as well and set them off because they're at the right height. But yeah, it's not unusual for those doors to malfunction.
When he checks the security camera footage, he sees something that just doesn't make sense.
No one there.
As the automatic doors slide open, a strange white figure can be seen entering the store. It vanishes just before the worker looks up. When the footage was posted online, it immediately sparked debate.
Now that could be a camera artifact, because the way it looked very human-like, and the way it walked up and stopped right in front of the counter as he was cleaning, looked like something that could have happened in a past frame or something, and it just overlapped with this one. But it's a little weird that it happened at the same time as the door opening, so that is strange. But that was definitely a image or outline of a figure, a white figure. That was weird.
Some viewers pointed out that there seems to be something off about the recording. Many think it could have been a spirit, and his presence caused the security camera to glitch, creating the strange visual effects other viewers noticed, but others aren't so sure. So whether this is real footage or not is still pretty creepy.
Yeah, Mind Junkie has it right there. That is very creepy. Yeah, I don't like that. I used to work nights at a donut shop that had doors like that, and that was creepy when that happened. When the doors opened on their own.
Elizabeth, who goes by the username Mentally17 on social media, shared a series of posts that had left her followers genuinely scared. Elizabeth lives alone, but claims to have been hearing strange noises around the house at night. At first, she thinks nothing of it is probably just the house creaking or the wind outside. But then one night, she snaps a photo of her kitchen to show her boyfriend, and that's when she spots something that makes her heart stop. The image shows her kitchen late at night, and at first glance, there's nothing unusual, but when Elizabeth zooms in, she notices something that makes her skin crawl. What appears to be a human head can be seen peeking around the doorframe, watching from the...
Now, that is a very solid head. Can't see through it. I think it's even casting a shadow from the next room on the floor here. Now, we've seen videos where someone's living in an apartment or house by themselves, and there's some creep living in the attic as well. I wonder if this is one of those occasions. That's insane. Humans are still way creepier than any spirits I've seen on here.
Shadows. The angle is unnatural. The way it's positioned suggests someone or something was hiding just out of plain sight. The photo quickly went viral, with thousands of comments flooding in, warning her that she might have an intruder, or worse, something paranormal lurking in her home. Shaken by the responses, Elizabeth went quiet for several days. When she finally posted again, she assured her followers she was safe, explaining she'd left to stay with her boyfriend. She posted another image of her kitchen, this time to show everything was fine, but her attempt to calm viewers had the opposite effect. Again, the image appears normal at first glance, but when Elizabeth's followers examined it more closely, they spotted something pretty creepy.
Okay, I think she has somebody stalking her. Like in the last one, it could have been a dude in the other room laying down on the floor, peeking around the corner and the garbage bin to see her. That is clearly a set of eyes looking at her through the curtain. Either her boyfriend is actually keeping an eye on her, or she has a stalker. That's just creepy as heck.
What looks like a pair of eyes can be seen staring in through a small gap under the back door curtain. The realization that something was still there, even in what she thought was a reassuring update, sent her comment section into chaos. People begged her not to return home and to call the police, to have someone check the house. In response, Elizabeth posted a short video walking through her home to prove there was nothing by the back door, but the video does anything but settle her followers' fears.
Did y'all catch that? That was a set of toes underneath the door. And as she came closer, they slid back into the closet. Oh my God. She has a stalker in her home. Oh. Oh.
Elizabeth is trying to show her followers that the kitchen is empty, that their fears are unfounded, but as she records, sharp-eyed viewers notice something she doesn't. What looks like a hand reaching out from beneath the closed door can be seen, is visible for a split second.
Okay, it is a hand. I thought it was toes. Ugh. Yeah.
before disappearing. After Elizabeth posted the clip, her comment section exploded with theories. Some believe Elizabeth is being stalked by a Frogger, someone secretly living in her house and creeping out at night to watch her. Others are convinced she's being haunted, that the figure peeking around
With the solidness of each of these figures, like you can't see through that head, and you couldn't see the floor through the fingers. I'm guessing it's not a haunting. I'm guessing it's one of those Froggers. Yeah, the cops should probably tear her house apart looking for him. That is creepy as hell.
corners, and the eyes in the window aren't human at all. Whether Elizabeth is dealing with an intruder or a spirit or something else is a mystery, but her posts are genuinely terrifying. Top user Munze91 recently shared a photo from a camping trip that has Indonesian viewers spooked by what appears in the background. Munze enjoys camping and hiking through the dense jungles of his native Indonesia, often venturing into remote areas that most people avoid. On this particular trip, he and a friend decided to explore a section of jungle that locals had warned them about. The area has a dark reputation. There have been stories passed down for generations about travellers who entered the jungle and never returned. There's also stories about strange sounds heard at night and apparitions that appear to those who wander too deep. But Munze and his friend dismissed the warnings as superstition.
I love the two guys drive around on the moped in Indonesia. That's great. Are they camping? They're not camping, are they? Oh my god. So forests, even though they're terrible to go ghost hunting in, often have spirits associated with them due to something in their history. So if the locals say stuff, probably listen. You don't want to do camping and stuff like that or in these areas.
One evening, as they set up camp, Munze positioned his camera to take a candid photo of himself and his friend. At the time, nothing seemed unusual, just two friends enjoying the jungle at dusk. But when Munze looked at the photo later that night, he noticed something in the background.
Oh look, it's that figure from the very first one. A rectangular looking ghosty thing.
Behind Munze and his friend, partially obscured by a tree, stands a figure. Viewers said
That thing's not standing. It's a good 3 feet off the ground. Maybe 2 feet. But it's off the ground, so it's not standing.
it looks like a woman dressed entirely in white, with long dark hair cascading down around her shoulders. But Munze insists they were completely isolated, miles from the near.
Okay, that close-up almost makes it look like her head is bowed and her hair is hanging down farther than it should. And those look clearly like hands. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, that's a little weird. Could be AI generated. AI is doing a lot of garbage stuff lately.
Mist Village. Figure's appearance matches every description of a Pontianak, the vengeful spirit said to haunt remote forests. According to legend, the Pontianak is the ghost of a woman who passed away during childbirth, forever searching, forever mourning. When Munze posted the photo, thousands of Indonesian viewers immediately recognized what he captured. Many warned him never to return to that location, saying the Pontianak's appearance in a photograph is a bad omen, a sign that she's marked those who enter her territory. Munze says he and his friend left the jungle the next morning, abandoning their camping trip early. But when they reviewed the photo, they realized the woman in white had been standing there, watching them the entire time they set up camp. This next creepy clip in this week's video was uploaded by a Thai TikTok user who goes by the username Matelu4256. Mattelli was driving alone late at night along a stretch of road in Thailand that has a dark history. Over the years, this particular section has seen an unusually high number of traffic collisions, many of which have resulted in people tragically passing away. Locals say the road is cursed, that something draws vehicles to crash in that exact same spot. Because of this reputation, Mattelli drives cautiously whenever he passes through, keeping his speed down, staying alert. He's heard reports from drivers who swear they saw something in the road moments before losing control. But on this night, he's about to experience firsthand why so many collisions happen here. Mattelli's dashcam shows the empty road ahead. Then, without warning, a figure appears in the middle of the road.
The road was clearly empty, and then it turned out to look like a woman was crossing the street. Yeah, I could see a lot of collisions happening. Plus, I've never seen a road design like this. Like, there's traffic going this way, but there's also traffic going that way on this side, and then the 2 or 3 lanes in the middle here are going that way. That is the craziest road design I've ever seen.
Mattelli reacts instantly, swerving hard, avoiding hitting whatever it is. His heart racing, he regains control of the vehicle and immediately checks his rearview mirror, expecting to see someone standing in the road behind him. But there's nothing there. The road is completely empty. Confused and shaken, he checks his dashcam footage when he gets home.
Honestly, in that situation, I wouldn't even swerve. If someone's crazy enough to walk through the highway, they're going to get hit. If it's me, if it's somebody else, that's fine. But I ain't swerving and ending up killing 5 or 6 other people in a car and a massive car wreck. So don't cross the road late at night, crazy people. Please. It'll keep everyone safe.
What he sees makes him doubt whether what he saw was something living or something else entirely. The figure in the recording appears translucent, almost see-through. Many believe Mattelli encountered the spirit of someone who tragically passed away on that cursed stretch of road, perhaps appearing to warn drivers, or maybe trying to cause another accident. Something the figure is responsible for the collisions, manifesting suddenly to startle drivers and causing them to lose control. Mattelli says he now understands why so many accidents happen in that exact location. Security camera footage.
Alright, we've seen this one, and we've seen this one. Hopefully they're focusing on these two, because I haven't seen these ones. But we've seen the top 2, so we might have actually seen these.
Is one of the most popular ways evidence of paranormal activity is captured, and this next clip is no different. Keely, a young woman from the USA, uploaded the footage you're about to see after her security camera captured something creepy in her home. She explains that she recently moved into a new home.
Her necklace has Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. I think it says her name. I'd have to go back and research it, but I'm pretty sure that's her name in Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Excited for a fresh start, but from the moment she moved in, something felt off about the basement. Every time she went downstairs, she felt an overwhelming sense of unease, like she was being watched, and like she wasn't alone. Keely lives by herself, so the feeling that someone or something was in her house left her feeling unsettled. She decided to install a security camera at the bottom of the stairs.
If this is the stairs, I think we've seen this one actually. I think a figure will appear here if this is the stairs. Otherwise, this is from another video that we've seen.
to ease her paranoia by proving the space was empty. But a few days after setting up the camera, in the middle of the night, she received a motion alert on her phone. At the time, Keely was in her bedroom upstairs. What she saw shook her to her core.
Yes, we've seen this before, but this is still creepy. Like, that looks like a window outside. I think they said there were... is it this one? Or maybe another one with the same sort of setup. But there's like another set of stairs here that goes into the actual basement. This just goes down to the ground floor. And it looks like someone comes up the stairs from the basement and looks around the corner and then disappears again. I don't like this one. Because it's either someone broke into her house through the basement, or it's another one of those Frogger things, and yeah, that's just creepy.
Keely's instinct about the basement might have been correct. There could be something down there, moving through her home when she's not looking, and now that it's been caught on camera, it knows she's watching. I thought I'd include a bonus this week, and, well, I'm not.
Awesome. I love bonuses. This is doesn't look like the scurry TikToks like from Nuke's Top 5, but a Mind Junkie bonus. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Looks like someone's sleeping on a cot. What else is going on in this room? I don't know if that's a giant flag next to him or what, or a Persian rug or something hung up on the wall. Some people do that. I don't know why.
Saying it's real, but it's creepy AF, so I thought I'd include it as a special treat just for you guys and gals. And yet, let me repeat, I am in no way saying it's real. So, this footage allegedly comes from Russia, uploaded by a man who claims he was caring for his elderly sick grandma. He explains that his grandma sometimes falls out of bed in the night, so he installed a camera to keep an eye on her and alert him if it detected movement. The video shows him helping his grandma into bed, tucking her in, making sure she's comfortable, before he turns off the lights and leaves the room. But then, the camera captured something bizarre.
The face appearing right in the camera and then chomping. That got me. That was startling. And was that a giant hand? Almost looked like a giant hand crawled through. This all looks AI generated. Can't believe they're using poor Granny for this.
The grandson insists it's real, that he's seeking answers about whether this is supernatural, but most viewers seem to agree this is either an elaborate prank, a grandmother with a fantastic sense of humour, or an attempt at creating viral horror content. Either way, whether it's real or staged, it's certainly entertaining, even if it's not exactly convincing. Thanks so much for watching. If you're...
That was another great Mind Junkie video for Fright Night Friday. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. It's free, helps out the channel. And I will catch you next week for another frightening compilation. Bye-bye.